Chapter 19. We're going to crash, Tessa screamed. Emergency non-pilot controlled landing, Dex said, still with just a bit of swagger in her voice. Not quite the same thing. She hit Gideon's shoulder. Why didn't you check the fuel gauge when I told you to? Because you insisted on taking off without going through any pre-flight check, Gideon snarled back at her. Remember? He was still stabbing at the controls, trying to get the plane to do something different. Hello, we were under attack, Dex spat back. If you hadn't turned off the external cameras. Yeah, well, I would have thought you would have checked the computerized fuel gauge once we were in the air. You disabled that too, remember? Would you two just shut up? Tessa screamed. What can we do now to get ready? Dex looked back at her and seemed to realize that Tessa was just holding on to the pilot seat with her bare hands, even as the plane dipped and bucked. Strap in, Dex said. She shoved Gideon's backpack out of the co-pilot seat and jerked Tessa down into position. Tessa heard the seatbelt click together before she fully understood what was going on. What about Gideon? Tessa asked. That's up to him, Dex said, shrugging. Seems like he wanted to die before, so... Tessa was glad to see that Gideon had pulled a rope from somewhere and was tying himself to the column behind the seats. He was still watching the computer screen, too. No, he suddenly screamed. No, the autopilot's putting us down in Shargo. What's Shargo? Tessa shouted. Gideon didn't answer her. Now he was yanking the rope back off again, diving toward the control panel. Override, he screamed. Override. It won't override now, Dex screamed back at him. What's Shargo? Tessa yelled again. Gideon slumped to the floor. He wasn't even trying to protect himself now. It's the largest city in the war zone, he said. There are 9 million people who hate us there, and it's the enemy's military headquarters.